So in my last video, I was talking about BTC and how BTC was around 110K and then it shot up to 123K. And then I said that there will be a little bit of a pullback, and there was. It went down to about 115, I believe. So now it's going sideways, right? And after BTC popped off, I said that the two main things that we want to take a look at was BTCD and Ethereum. And Ethereum needs to run before anything else runs. So, about 5 days after my video, ETH went from, I remember it was about 2,700, all the way up to 3,400. Okay, that's a big jump. That's approximately maybe 20% or over 20% in less than a week, right? So what I'm expecting is there should be a little bit of a pullback and then sideways again. So like I said, we just need to be patient because this thing is not gonna shoot up like, you know, 3,000-4,000 points or 1,000 or 2,000 points in a week or so. But it's gonna steadily go up, maybe 500, 600, 700, and then it might drop, 200, 300, and then it's gonna go up another 500, 600, 700. And then that's when alt season is going to start, right? When ETH is close to maxing out. A lot of people are estimating ETH to be somewhere between like 5,000, 6,000 to 10,000. I don't know whether it reached that number, but this is why we need to look at BTCD, right? So BTCD now is at 63%. So it literally went down from 65.5 the last time I remember to about 63.3 or so. So it went down a little bit over 2%. And then ETH shot up 700 points. Can you imagine it going down maybe about 3 more percent? Then ETH might shoot up maybe another 1,000 points. So that'll be around 4,500, right? And next thing you know people are going to take their profits from ETH and then put it into alt season. And if you look at BCHG, it's still around 390 or something like that. But Ltcn has had quite a bit of a pump. Because remember the last time when I made a video, I think Ltcn was around 750, if I'm not mistaken. It was about 750, right? And then Ltcn dropped down, I remember, to about, I think, 6 something, okay? It went down to like maybe 6, I'm just guessing like 680. And then it jumped back up to, I think $9.30, right? So $9.30. And then, of course, shorters, they do what they do. And now it's sitting at about 860. Okay. So it's sitting at about $8.60. So it's been pretty wild the last, 5 or 6 days. But as you can see, ever since the last time, 750 to 930, and now pull back at 860, that means it still went up by $1. Okay, so in approximately a week, Ltcn went up by over $1, and alt season hasn't even started yet. So can you imagine when ETH runs up to about 4,000 to 5,000? Perhaps we can expect Ltcn to be at maybe $10 to $12, right? And that's before alt season starts. And then once alt season starts to kick in and everything starts driving up, I mean, I can't even tell you what kind of number are we going to have for Ltcn, but it'll definitely be higher, right? And all we need to do is we just need to continue to wait and watch the numbers. So don't worry about those pullbacks. Like today, I'm pretty sure everyone was pretty pissed off, right? Well, I shouldn't say today because I might, release this video like a day or two from now. But basically on Wednesday, right, July 16th, it went all the way up to 930, and then shorters like crushed it down literally 70 cents within 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And that could really piss off a person. But we have to think long run. Just continue to look at BTCD and ETH, okay? And that's when you know it's going to be time for alt season. And when it's time for alt season and the shorters know this, most likely they're not going to try and short the stock anymore, but there will be profit trimmers. But at least the profit trimmers are not going to hurt as much as what the shorters do to the stock, right? Because usually profit trimmers, they're not going to tank the stock like 70 cents in like minutes, right? They're going to sell like 100, 200, even 500 shares at a time. They're not going to sell like 20,000 or whatever. And then you're going to notice the gap prices. There's going to be a closer gap. Like, for example, there's going to be a gap like between like 5 cents. And that's when you know that there's the profit takers are selling. But whenever you see a gap, like there's like a 30-cent gap or there's like a 40-cent gap, then you know that the shorters are trying to set these prices for people to buy in the middle of those prices, so then the stock can slowly drop, right? So yeah, let's just wait it out. It might take, a few more weeks. It might take a month. That's something that obviously I don't know. But I'm just saying, even if it takes a month, then we just have to wait and be patient. As long as it continues to grow steadily, right? As long as ETH remains above 3,000, and then a week from now, ETH may go up to 3,800 or 4,000, and then it might drop back to about 3,500. As long as it keeps having these upward patterns, then we know that alt season is gonna come. But I mean, if a week from now you see ETH and it drops all the way down to like under 2,000, that's when I would be like slightly worried, right? But I highly doubt that it's going to drop down to under 2,000. I'm thinking that ETH might drop down to about maybe 2,900, 3,000 area, and then it will probably go up again, right, past 3,400. So just keep an eye on ETH, of its steady growth, and just take a look at BTCD, right? Once it's under 60%, I think that's when the fun will start to begin. So let's continue to wait, be patient, and I'm just making another video for all of you just to, watch something while you're waiting. So once again, this is not financial advice. And if you can like my video, like my other videos, at least 20 likes or more, then it motivates me to continue to do more videos for all of you. All right, so I'm just going to say good night and peace out.